Alright folks, welcome back. And so here we are on version 3 of the Mega Dragonite deck. And so I am leaning into making this a go first deck. And so towards that strategy, I have included the new Tapu Koko here because its attack, First Flight, if you go first, you can use this attack during your first turn, discard your hand, and draw 5 cards. And then its second attack is Thunder Blast. So you'll remember when I was facing the Team Rocket deck, I was getting just shy of knocking out the Spite Ups, and so this would give me a little more damage there. It's 130, discard 2 energy. I already have the mechanism in place to recover that energy, so not a big deal. But that first attack, the Fast Flight, is basically just an attack version of Carmine. So Carmine is a supporter. If you go first, you may use this card during your first turn, discard your hand, and draw 5 cards. And the rest of the deck is pretty much the same. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I also swapped out my Lily's Determination for Arven because I have lots of items in here. I've also got tools in the form of, the air balloon, the max belt, and so I wanted to be able to reliably find those. So Arven instead of Lily's, and Carmine instead of Professor's Research. And then I also got, Pheasantipity is staying in here, but I really love the art on this new card, so I had to swap it in once I got it. But that's it for the changes. We'll see how this goes, and yeah, we are getting close to the end of the series, so we'll see if we can make this work. Alright, next battle with Mega Dragonite. So this is after a bit more of the changes. This is my going first turbo build, hoping that it all goes the way I want it to. And yeah, I want to go first. Okay, so we get the Dynamo, the Rayquaza. I have an Electric for next time, and I've got Poképad. So I'll probably Poképad for a Dratini, so I have that in play. And we are facing Mega Venusaur. And Mega Venusaur, I think, is one of those decks that a lot of people are underestimating. When I played it, I did surprisingly well. That was actually in the last season, so you want to go back and check that out. You'll see how I built mine. Oh, and look at that. So speaking of Dratini, I just get one of those, and I got a Buddy Buddy Poffin off the Mulligan. So I get to play another one of each of these little boys. Little snaky boys. And now I can Poképad, and I'll grab the Dragonair, because next turn when I'm able to evolve, I can attach an energy and start using evolutionary guidance. Okay, and so they're starting with the Teal Dance and a bug catching set. Bug catching set inside of a Venusaur deck is just so good. It's like, look at the top 5 or 7 cards, and you can get any combination of Leaf Energy and Leaf Pokemon, put them in your hand. So they have a Bulbasaur, they have a Chikorita, they have Ogerpon, they're using Dawn. Grabbed another Ogerpon, as well as Ivysaur and Venusaur. And they bench the Pheasantipity, okay. Attack with Bind Down, that's smart, because Dynamo has a free retreat cost. Bind Down keeps you from retreating. Bind Down does now have a little animation on it, so that's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to evolve both of these, because I could evolve the one in the active in order to be able to move it, but then I don't have the energy or an air balloon to actually retreat it. So attach the energy here, evolutionary guidance, Grab another Dragonair. And I have both rare candies in my hand, which honestly, like, I don't think I've used those yet. It's one of those things where it's nice to have because then you can, explode and attack out of nowhere, but you have to have basically everything else already set up in order for that to work. And generally, you want to go through the Dragonair because Dragonair lets you get all of your evolutions as long as it's got an energy attached. So on the other side of the board, they have now evolved up to Mega Venusaur, Lily's Determination, Teal Dancing to attach more energy and draw more cards. And that's the cool thing about the Venusaur archetype 2 is that even though you're attaching to Ogerpon in order to draw those cards, Venusaur Solar Transfer lets you put that energy wherever you need it. So yeah, they just attach move 1 to themselves, and now they can attack with just 2 leaf energy because Meganium is also now in play. So all of their leaf is doubled, and let's see what we can do. And I promoted the Rayquaza because even though its attack really only helps you if you've moved from the bench to the active, I need everything else more. So I'll discard these and attach the water to Dragonair. And I can retreat, but yeah, I'm gonna give him the other one because this puts another lightning in my discard, which I can then Dynamotor. And I don't think I've had a supporter yet this game, so that's also not great. So Evolutionary Guidance, I can grab my own Dragonite. Sky Transport, move myself to the active. And see, I have the lightning in hand, so next turn they can't knock me out. I can hit this, Reuniglide now, move something else to the active, myself to the bench, manually attach from hand and Dynamotor, and then I'll be able to attack again. Yeah, see, so Venusaur, one of the few things in the game that can survive a Reuniglide unboosted. Most everything else is going to go down. And that's why we have the Maximum Belt. I just don't have it in my hand. Okay, so there's the Jungle Dump. They do heal themselves a little bit, but 30 as a heal is not a lot. Okay, we got Pheasantipity also, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that. Move him to the bench and just put in the Rayquaza up in the active. Let's kind of give them something they can discard. Dynamotor. So the only thing is, it would be great if I still had a Dynamo or anything with an air balloon so that I could, retreat it and then come back and hit them again. Because then I would be on the front foot, even though they would be able to revenge knock me out next turn. Oh, and they're just going for boss's orders. Okay, so much for that. And now I gotta figure something else out. They're down to just 2 prizes needed. Putting the Rayquaza back up there. Well, I can flip the script. Also, put down this Battle Cage. Get rid of their Forest of Vitality. Although decks that run the Forest tend to run 4 copies. I only have 2 copies of Battle Cage, so... Oh, look at that. Air Balloon. A little late, but okay. So, Buddy Buddy Poffin, and there's the Dynamo I could have used last turn as well. And, yeah, let's Dynamotor and start getting the other Dragonair ready. I am going to need some more time, but at least I can Evolutionary Guidance and find my other guys. I'm going to grab the E-Electric because then I'll have double Dynamotor and be able to move 2 Lightning from the discard to somebody each turn. Pokepad. This lets me search for any non-Rulebox Pokemon. And so I do have a third Electric. I'm taking it out of the deck just so I'm not drawing into it. The Pokepad is also not useful anymore. Oh, and there's another Venusaur. And they are solar transferring off, which means they are either going to Turo or Wally's Compassion. There it is, yeah. So Wally's Compassion lets you fully heal a Mega Pokemon, and if you do that, then all of the energy attached to it come back to your hand. So that wouldn't have been the worst thing, because with the 2 energy there, then they could have just used Teal Mask to Teal Dance those energies back into play and then Solar Transferred again, and then they also would have had 2 more cards in hand. Oh, okay, let's see. They only need 1 prize. This is bad. So the only chance I have is to get Dragonite again. Yeah, I'm evolving this one. I wouldn't if I didn't have the air balloon because I wouldn't be able to free retreat. And considering I just was able to attach the 1 energy already, I only needed 1 more Dynamotor. Okay, we get a boss's orders. That's good. I think, is this the first time I've seen supporters in the game? That's insane, because I don't have a low count. I've got a lot of supporters. So that's annoying. Okay, and the other Dragonite is in the deck. Evolve myself. Dynamotor. And I can Dynamotor again. Where do I put this one? I'll give it to the other Dratini, because I do have a rare candy in hand, so if for some reason, or if I get the Night Stretcher, I can grab a Dratini or a Dragonite out of the discard pile and be able to attack again. And I'm going to Boss's Orders on the Pheasantipity. And the reason I'm doing this is because I could go for one of the Teal Masks, but if I do that, then Pheasantipity's Flip the Script activates. They'll be able to draw 3 cards. Obviously, I couldn't knock out the Mega Venusaur. We tried that, and they just healed off the damage. Now, the risk with this is that they still have a ton of energy in play. They can get more energy in play, but at the moment, they don't have enough to knock out Dragonite. And there's the Maximum Belt. It was in the prizes. So I needed to take something else out before I'd be able to take out the Venusaur in a single hit. They Nest Ball for nothing. They Pokepad for a Meganium. They Nest Ball. Oh, and this time they grab an Ogerpon. Okay. I don't know why they failed the first one. Oh, you know what? Probably just to get it out of their hand. Yeah, because see, now they're drawing Lily's Determination. They shuffle their hand into their deck, draw a new hand. They've taken prizes, so they only get 6. Yeah, and so there's the teal den. So that's what they needed. They needed more energy, at least 1 more energy, and they got it. And now they can just solar transfer everything to the active. So that's 6, and I have 1 attached to me. Tool scrapper, okay. Don't feel like you needed to do that, but alright. Night stretcher for... I don't know. Okay. Well, there it is. A 420. They got the knockout. Good game. Mega Venusaur is severely underrated.